So I greatly admire people who attempt to abstain from lust and everything that surrounds that, because it's a very hard thing to do, especially in these times, because obviously there's never been this much access, this easy access to pornography in the world ever, you know. It's never been like this, where we can just, with 2 clicks on the internet, we can see, I don't know, thousands of naked women or men or women online. This has never happened before. And with our natural instinct or animalistic instinct that we have as human beings, we want to engage in that. We want to see this. It's natural that we seek it out. And that's why it's so admirable if people go against that and say, no, this is wrong, this is not natural, and let's go against this, let's try and abstain from it. And obviously I'm someone as well who does this, so I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, I'm just putting my word out for my people, you know, the people who try to abstain from this, because I think a lot of people in society and in just the world still think of abstinence when it comes to lust as something of a joke, something that's just a gimmick and isn't anything, there's not any truth to it. If you've done your research and if you have tried it from your own experience, you know that it really does affect your well-being, especially your mind, but your body as well, your physical. The physical side of it is also benefited, because obviously your mind and body are one, kind of, you know, they play upon each other. But if you've tried it yourself, you've realized that abstinence from lust is really, it really works. It really makes you mentally healthier. So anyways, I think, people should start to look up to these people more, because online is still being made of a joke quite often, and it always kind of saddens me to see that, because these people are just ignorant and naive. They don't know, and they don't know any better, you know. They just think, okay, I want this stimulation, I want this lust, I want this pornography, I want this masturbation, and you know, if anyone challenges that, if anyone challenges their toy or their desire, they get angry, you know. So yeah, I hope the society will change in the upcoming years. There's already a lot of people who have made scientific videos about why it's better to abstain. So it's becoming more and more common knowledge, but it's still very hard for a lot of people to accept that it's good for you to abstain from it instead of indulge in it. And it will definitely take a lot more time, and there will always be plenty of people who just continue to indulge because, you know, that's their choice, of course. But yeah, I think it's very admirable for people to abstain from it. I think we should all try and attempt that. And of course, it doesn't only apply to lust. As always, it always applies to any form of stimulation that isn't really beneficial in the long run, like food, junk food, or video games or whatever. Though these things can, of course, be in moderation okay, but the reason for that is, like, some people would argue, okay, why is junk food or video games okay in moderation, and why is lust not okay in moderation? I think the simple fact, or the simple way we can see this and we can discern these two is by thinking, what are you proud of? What are you okay with telling your mother or your grandparents or whoever? You're not going to tell them you masturbate, you know, you're not going to tell them you've watched pornography. So that is already telling us inherently that it's not right to do, you know, it's not natural, it's not something we should often release or something, you know. That's just nonsense. But with video games you can say, okay, well, I've earned, or I enjoy seeing this world, these arts created, these storylines. You know, I understand why people play video games, and I've played them myself. But again, if you played a lot of video games where you're not really getting anything out of it, you're not playing with friends, you're just doing it for the stimulation, then it's also probably not something you're proud of, so you should abstain from that as well. And the same goes with junk food. If you're just eating it for pleasure, for stimulation, it's the same. But if you're enjoying a meal out with friends, or you've earned it or something, I don't know, then it could be okay, I suppose. So that's where I draw the line, you know. Are you proud of it? Is it good for you? Yes or no? But again, there's also an argument to be made. It's just better to abstain from it completely. Will it bring you the most fulfillment in life? And I think there's a good argument to be made for that as well. But that's, of course, the choice you have to make as an individual. What type of life do you want to live? So anyways, that's all I wanted to say today. So have a great day and goodbye.